Oh, apparently IGN won't review Lollipop Chainsaw.
Oh, really? I wonder why.
I just hear the sarcasm, bro.
I will be streaming, by the way.
All right, no problem.
I don't know why. I just feel like playing through Sonic Adventure 2 again. It's just one of those games I play through every year.
I. Oh, did I tell you that I'm looking for the Puppet Master now, but I fought Dario.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
I
he's not that tough.
No, Dario's not that tough, but especially Dimitri. Like Dimitri, at first I had an issue with him, but I'm like, oh wait, because then like I didn't use any souls, so he was using that move. I was level 15 at the time, so that's probably why I took so much damage. He was doing that meteor attack.
Oh yeah.
But I realized I did the Manticore soul and he grew the tail, and I'm like, oh, wait, if I just make him copy a shitty soul, he can't really fight.
Yeah, the one oh, hang on. Sorry,
Take your time.
there was some Booty Jungle gorilla noise that was playing when I clicked on the kick home page. I have to edit the stream information, but yeah, I think when I fought Dimitri at first, I just gave him the Axel and I just kept hitting him.
Oh, I gave him something worse.
Did you give him Une?
Yes. And I had a spear equipped as my weapon, so all I did the whole time was I was stabbing him because there's a certain range where he'll start throwing or he'll move. So I just stayed out of his range where he would move. I was just stabbing him the whole time.
Yeah, Dimitri, the first fight is a joke. That final boss, though, that took me a minute to beat.
Yeah, I mean Dario was a little more. Actually, Dario wasn't even like necessarily more challenging. It was just his attacks are like very telegraphed. So all you have to do is dodge his flame pillars, dodge his fireball when his Hadouken when he throws it, and then when he does his power geyser, just jump over him or stay away from him.
Yeah,
I think the next boss I'm supposed to fight is the Puppet Master.
I believe so. And if I'm being real with you, he was really easy. I just spammed the Axel on him, and he just died. And I just kept
So
filling myself up with potions and tonics.
so is is this gonna be a thing now, where it's just Axel just decimates like half the game?
Uh, for me, it kind of did, but there are souls that are better that do a better job.
Okay. Okay. I have
And
the Manticore Soul, which I don't hate the Manticore Soul, but my only issue with it is that it only attacks when you do, and it does have a bit of a wind up to it. Anyway, continue.
I know, I think I was done. Yeah, last night I was trying to emulate the Dreamcast port of this game,
Mhm.
and it just did not emulate well. And I think that has to do with like just the state of Dreamcast emulation in general. It's come a long way, but it's still not perfect. It'll fuck up the shadows. And I tried emulating the GameCube one, but it was stuttering here and there. It was giving me micro stutters. And then there was like one level I remembered that the game just ended up making Dolphin crash. So I looked into some of the Sonic Adventure 2 mods that were available on Steam, and I just decided, you know what, fuck it. I'm just gonna mod it to where it's not shit. And yep.
But yeah, so how do you feel?
I feel about what Castlevania.
Yeah, the new Castlevania series.
Oh, you're talking about the show.
Yes.
The first iteration of the show, where it was based on Castlevania 3, it was mostly just boring and okay.
Okay.
Uh, this new recent one, Nocturne, not good. It was no bueno.
So I was actually talking to a friend, talking on a live stream chat on Instagram of all places,
Oh god.
and I said, "My friend, you." I didn't give out your name or information, but I'm like, my friend hates that show because these people were gushing all over it, saying that it was like one of the best animes they've ever seen or something.
Yeah, no, the animation was really bad.
And so, here's what they said in response to that: that your friend probably just has high expectations for the show when they don't need to.
Well, I mean, what other expectations would I have except for the fact that it needed to have better animation for the fights instead of it looking like trying to
Well,
it was
well,
trying to run
I
Crisis in
mentioned
2007. It has Crisis 2007 era frame rates when it comes to the animation. It's
like
not good.
Crisis Core.
No, like the game Crisis, remember? When it first came out on PC?
Oh, that game that almost no one could run because it was so demanding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how the animation looks in Nocturne, and episode 8 especially really disappointed me.
But no, and well, I said that, and they said, well, this person's allegedly an artist, and they're like, hey, your friend's just a snob. Like he has like there's like you're invalid because
Ah, yes, appeal to
actually
authority.
yes, because you're not an artist, so I guess you don't have a right to complain. And then they also said that the only reason you dislike the story is because you played the games.
Well, duh. I mean, that should give me some kind of expectation, right? I mean, you would
Um,
think.
I kind of just I kind of just stopped talking to them at that point and just started talking about what the girl was drawing because I thought that level of ignorance was actually stupid.
Yeah. That always pisses me off when people are like, "Oh, I actually work in the industry, so therefore my opinion is more valid."
Right, but then also when they said that it's like, he's he only has those expectations because he plays the games. I just like, well, what? I'm like, this man's been playing the games since like
Probably
the
since
mid.
before they even knew what fucking Castlevania was.
Right, I think you've been playing it since like the mid 2000s, early mid to late 2000s. So it's like you've basically grown up with these games.
Well, actually, more like the early 2010s, because my
Okay.
introduction was Portrait of Ruin on the DS.
Well, the point is that you know the lore, you understand what the. I even said something like, wait, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I thought my thing dropped. And you were just saying it, and so what I was telling them is that, yes, he's played the Castlevania game, expectations on how characters should be depicted and how they should act in the show. And apparently, you're insane for having those expectations.
Well, for me, the most offensive thing about Nocturne was how they changed the characters. Like, Annette was not a Caribbean slave that, like, like if they wanted to make their own like vampire lore fiction, that's fine. But if you have to race swap a character in an already established work, it needs to make sense. You know what I mean? Like Annette was just a damsel in distress that needed to be rescued by her fiance. There was nothing wrong with that, especially not in the 1700s. Back when
But
that's
that sexist women are just as capable as men, if not more so.
yeah. You know what's really funny though? I was reading this article about this came out like right after Nocturne premiered, and they were like, if the show ends up continuing on, then the Castlevania series needs to get rid of this one creeper relationship, and it shows fucking Alucard and Maria. But the thing is that by the time Sawden came out, Maria was like 17.
I don't even think they got together even when Sutton ended, because if I remember correctly, first off, yeah, Maria was older, and I think 17-year-olds getting married at that point in time wasn't a bad thing.
Well, I mean, you know what's
But
crazy
also,
about that statement, though? The
but
person who wrote
also,
that article probably was a fan of Twilight, and
oh,
You know, Bella was 17. Just saying. Nobody called
But
that weird except for, you know, literally everyone except the people who enjoyed it.
but
But
also what?
even
No,
the
but also
even the original Bram Stoker's Dracula novel, it was all about
No, wait.
rescuing a teenager, and there was like a love triangle and everything.
Actually, you're right. Well, it didn't start that way, but yeah, she was seduced eventually, and she did turn, if I remember correctly. I think they cured her at the end, but I don't remember. I don't remember the ending for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, I never read the original novel, but I did watch the one with what's his face, the one
Winona
that's in the
Ryder?
Matrix. Yeah,
Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about.
underrated
But what
movie,
I
by
was,
the way. Anthony Hopkins.
I don't think I saw that one. I've seen. I think I. Oh, I saw Van Helsing
Oh, dude, my mom had that one. She used to put that on.
with Hugh Jackman.
Yep.
Yeah, that was actually not bad. I was expecting that to be shit. That was actually not bad. I mean, it's not like the best thing ever, but it was actually pretty good action.
I mean, the CG has not aged well.
No, the CG was pretty bad in some like especially bad, but at least it wasn't the Scorpion King level of bad.
Yeah, no.
But what I was gonna say before I forget, Alucard was not grooming Maria. As a matter of fact, Alucard gave no fucks about Maria.
Yeah,
Even at
she was the one
end.
pining over him.
Exactly. I think there's either a novel or a comic or something that said that they do end up together, but that was because Maria was pushing the issue, not Alucard. Alucard actually said at the end of the game, "We will not meet again." He did not care.
Yep.
So I think if he did get with Maria, it's because of Maria's effort. If I'm making sense.
Yeah, and the thing that pisses me off about the show too is that the director, or it was one of the producers, I think, who was working on that show. He's like he does not give a fuck about the original canon of Castlevania. So, at least in my opinion, I just assume that it is a separate universe. This is Castlevania in name only, and this is just somebody's vampire fan fiction that they've slapped on top of it.
You sure you didn't want your a vampire Pocahontas, bro? You're missing out.
Like, there was no fucking vampire messiah in Rondo of Blood. That wasn't a thing.
Finally decided to show up, eh? Okay, bring it on.
I think I think everybody or most people pretty much acknowledge that Dracula is the ultimate vampire, the ultimate evil in that universe. So that title of Vampire Messiah is also kind of insulting.
Oh yeah.
So what am I thinking? Trying to say, that is actually why I'm afraid for Devil May Cry. Although that might be canceled.
Yeah, it should. Oh hey, what's up, Teddy Belcher, 4K ultra wide 21:9. I always have to pronounce the full name whenever I see you come up on the chat. How you doing? God
Yeah,
dang it.
G, your standards are too high. Just consume product and be excited for next product.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be excited for Trans Soma?
Oh yeah, and Nazi Bronner, hell yeah. And black lesbian Charlotte. And racist Jonathan.
Charlotte, Jonathan, hey, don't you call me don't you call my name like that, you cracker. No, I'm kidding.
Let's see, a Z trigger the boss. I don't think there is a lock-on in this game. I think that's a Zelda-ism.
It all starts with this. A jewel contains.
Pretty
It
sure that
is.
was a Zelda reference.
That's the Chaos Emerald. Now I know what's going on.
Right, imagine in this scene, instead of Shadow, it's like a Nazi like Hitler, and they're like saluting. Like they're holding the emerald and they're saluting it with the other hand.
That'd be funny.
But the military has mistaken me for a Nazi. Where do you think you're going with that emerald? And then he shouts the Nazi salute, and then he just teleports instead of chaos control.
Wow, he's fast.
I am very V triggered.
He must be using the Chaos
fucking hate Street Fighter 5. That game sucked.
I'm the world's ultimate life form.
I think the graphics looked interesting though. Everybody kind of looked like a Pixar character.
What is
Thankfully, Street Fighter 6 is better though, from what I hear. So that's good.
It is much better.
Also, that was a lot of fun when we were playing through Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Oh, did I tell you I've been getting more, I've unlocked the achievements for playing the games. Guess what I had to do though?
What are you talking about? It's mine.
What did you do?
I went to arcade mode and finished an entire match.
The energy of the Chaos Emerald.
Like,
That makes it very powerful.
I literally just had to play 2 rounds, get to the game over, the next level screen to get the achievements, and I'm just like, I literally did this for every game like 3 times.
So it just triggered a pop-up of all the achievements you were supposed to unlock?
No, I had to replay them all.
Oh, okay.
But yes, I eventually got them. I haven't gotten the Punisher yet, but I haven't replayed it yet, which is still weird. It's like, what is up with this game?
What?
I haven't played online yet, but I will.
What was that all about?
Well, actually, no, I'm gonna go to training mode because some of these things I don't understand how to do.
I did that to prevent the
Gotcha.
Master Emerald from being stolen.
Yeah, I mean, if you want, like, whenever I'm not doing nothing, I don't mind
Wait, that's not
blasting through the Punisher again.
Okay.
I'll look into it once I get back to the base.
Back to the base.
I despise anyone who takes jewels from me. All the world's gems are mine to keep.
Yeah, we'll see about that, Batgirl.
Does Knockers know Siwa? I feel like Teddy Belcher's trying to cast a spell on us, Ryoko. Oh,
I don't
see-
understand what he's saying.
Yeah, me neither.
Hello, Tai P Gaming. Or Tai Pre. Ugh, I clearly can't read today.
Let's see, Gleep Borb Zeep Gorp. Hope you're having a good evening, though.
But no, I don't like Street Fighter 5. I think it was good that they brought back some old characters, but the way the game played, I think they started fixing some of it like after Arcade Edition, but
Ah,
by then I didn't. I still to this day have not bought the game. Like I've played it with some friends, and I'm just like, it's so boring.
so basically the damage that had already been done.
Yeah, like at least in my eyes, it just wasn't that good.
Fair enough.
But like I said, I like that they added certain old characters that hadn't come back in like 20 years, so that I appreciated.
There was one Spanish dude with like a sombrero. His design interested me. Oh, look at this upside down
game?
cross in my Sonic game.
Which game are you talking about? Marvel 2?
No, I was talking about Street Fighter 5. There was like a
There's some-
yeah, there was like some dude with a sombrero, and I don't know, his design kind of interested me.
I don't know who you're talking about. Are you sure that wasn't an alternate costume?
It might have been because again, I haven't played Street Fighter 5.
Oh. Hey, the cross is also pointing sideways now.
What did Sega mean by this? Okay, so I know it's somewhere around here. Oh, I see it.
I found him.
I shit you not, I actually beat this stage last night in under a minute.
Yeah, now it took you twice as long. What the hell is wrong with you, bro?
Yeah, I feel good.
Yeah, I'm starting to get all rough.
Turning into Joseph R. Biden.
I'm getting all washed up.
There's no mistake about it. This must be the island. It's a secret military base that is reinforced and super strong. It's called Prison Island. I heard the news about it on satellite TV.
Satellite TV, wow.
Sonic would destroy the military buildings or rob the bank. Wait for me, okay, Sonic? I'm on my way. What?
Remember when satellite TV was new?
And Ape Man too.
And
Yes,
and,
did
and
you-
What are you doing here?
go ahead.
Doesn't matter.
Did you remember? Did you ever? Did you have a V? Do you remember having a VHS player?
Yep.
Okay. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say that my family, we upgraded to DVD back in like the early 2000s, right?
Mhm.
And the first DVD we ever got was Spider-Man, the Sam Raimi film. And me and my brother, we used to just like flip through all the bonus features. And we saw a gameplay of that shitty Spider-Man 1 game that nobody likes.
I know exactly which one you're talking about too.
It's just like somebody's shitty Let's Play that they just threw onto a DVD.
Did you play oh not did you damn it, what was that movie? I'm trying to think. Cause like we have the Jim Carrey's How the Grinch Stole Christmas on VHS to this day.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I hear that one's not as bad as people say it is.
I like it.
I don't know, to me it just kind of creeped me out. I didn't like the surreal live action Hooves. Or the Who's, sorry.
I know, but I'm here to save my hero, Sonic. Again? Hurry! I know Eggman's up to no good again. Okay, you stay here and I'll be right back. Don't leave without me. I want to help Sonic too.
Bro, what you said about Mr. Big or Big the Cat in Sonic Heroes like killing me.
Yeah, I mean, he just comes off like a fucking handicapped dude. Compared to his lines in SA1, it's actually not a shock that they just replaced him, kinda.
Honestly, I'm not trying to shit on his existence completely, but it's like he doesn't really like okay. It was Froggy that was more of a character, was more important to the story than Big the Cat.
Yeah. To be honest, his whole story in SA1 doesn't even contribute much to the overall plot either, other than the fact that the frog is hiding a Chaos Emerald.
Right, and
That could have been
Eggman
rewritten to be
needed him.
anything.
I mean, you literally could have made it Cream the Rabbit, like
There is actually a
She was-
model of Cream the Rabbit that floats around in SA1.
yeah. It was in the hub world, in the city. I saw it.
Mhm. I think that's
But
only
my-
in DX, though.
I don't know if it's in the original. I don't remember.
Yeah, Sam, I never played the Dreamcast port, but you were saying?
I played some of the Dreamcast port, but my point is that Big the Cat isn't really a character, so adding him to the story as anything other than either a gag or just like, hey, he exists, is kind of a waste.
Yeah, I know that's what they did in SA2. They kind of threw him in the background.
Where he belongs.
He's like a sideshow.
But no, I think you said he sounded like a tard, and honestly,
Yeah, he does.
I agree, and I had to sit back and like think about it because I played enough Sonic Heroes that I remember. And I'm like, I feel bad. So basically, it's kind of sad. The most intelligent person in their group is like an obsessed, creepy stalker.
Yeah, and then Cream is just young.
She's a child. I don't put any responsibility on her for anything. She was forced.
Yep.
She didn't know what she was doing.
Well, I mean, I think she also tried to find, like, Cheese's brother, right?
Oh right, yeah. She was looking for another Chocobo. You're right.
Chocobo?
Did I just say Chocobo?
You did.
I mean Chow. Yes, she's trying to figure out a way to break into Final Fantasy.
What class would she be? Would she be like a white mage?
What is Aiko in Final Fantasy IX again?
Aiko?
Yes.
Or you mean Aiko? She's the 6-year-old chick that...
No, I'm saying what is her class? What does she do in that game?
She's a white mage slash summoner.
I would say Cream would be a summoner, or or whatever the Beast Tamer class is in Final Fantasy is. That's what she would be.
I want to see somebody draw fan art of Cream summoning Bahamut right now. That would be amazing.
Actually, yes. And then vanilla, I guess, would be a white mage. I don't know.
I did it, Sonic!
Just to make it a family affair.
Yep. God, the cutscenes in SA2 are so awkward, but
Keep your voice down.
they're so memorable, so I have to watch them all.
Amy Rose is here.
How'd you get here?
Well, if you gotta know, I caught a ride with Tails. Are you sure you don't need my help? It looks like you could use
You know, it'd be hilarious if
I'm in here is because of that fake
if
hedgehog.
Sonic was in jail and there was this big black dude who was trying to rape him, and
Where is it now?
and Amy shows up. He's like, you know, I'd rather stay with this big rapey black dude.
Thought I had you this time.
Amy kind of comes across like somebody, like that white chick who's just like so ignorant about that type of thing, where it's like,
Right.
like she'll be all for like she'll have BLM in her bio, but then as soon as she comes across a black dude in like real life, she'll get all terrified
Wait for me, Sonic.
because it's out of her comfort zone.
Right.
Okay, I have no idea if I'm going to be doing the optional thing in this stage that determines whether or not I get a D rank or an A rank.
Yeah, because fuck you. How? Yeah, it's like if you don't do the specific thing, you will fail. Well, at least it's not an E rank.
Yeah, no, that'd be tragic.
E for EDP. Please
Yeah.
don't call me EDP.
I was gonna say this game is made to be replayable. Like they want you to get all the upgrades and
Actually use light speed dash.
yeah, because there were earlier parts of the stage where I couldn't because I hadn't gotten it yet.
And see, that's when a Sonic game is at its best, when it encourages you, and that's why Sonic Generations is so good.
Yeah, there were multiple pathways in that game.
But I mean, no, 06 didn't really have, unless you were glitching through the game, it didn't really have too much like diversity in paths. I think there was only like one or two. But no, Unleashed I think had some other. Well, it was mostly in the for Unleashed it was mostly the Sonic sections
Yeah, you're
that
talking
had
about
different paths.
the speed sections.
Yes, but as the Werehog, it was kind of tedious. Like it's pretty much play it the same way. Don't get me wrong, it's not like complete shit or like bad or anything. I just know that for people who play Sonic to like run fast, it's like the slow Werehog just does nothing for them.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I was more neutral towards the Werehog stages. Like, they weren't
Same.
horrible. You know, it's not like you could jump in the air and get stuck or nothing, but... And you at least had, like, a long list of combos. So, like, in terms of design, it's not that flawed. Other than the fact that you'll be spending, like, 20 or 30 minutes on each stage. Like, there are people out there that still think that Unleashed is the best 3D Sonic game to this day. And I disagree. I think that
think you're
Frontiers is
wrong.
better. This game is definitely better.
Huh. No problem.
Yeah, sorry, Sonic. I didn't feel like jumping on the top edge of that rocket. Maybe next time.
Phew. So far, so good. Hey, that's...
That blue hedgehog again, of all places.
I found you. Faker.
Faker? I think you're the fake hedgehog around here. You're comparing yourself to me? Huh. You're not even good enough to be
I'll
my
make you
fake.
eat those words.
There's no time to play games. You won't even get the chance. I'm the coolest.
He said the thing.
What if LTG and DSP did actually collab?
I'd watch it.
Darn. Not bad for an imposter.
Do you know who I am?
Honestly, I think LTG should.
The camera just zoomed in on Shadow's shoes.
Hey, is that camera on me?
I know that DSP did a collaboration with Kino Casino. I don't know if you know who those people are.
I do, but I don't watch their content.
Gotcha. I thought it was entertaining the way that they were just buttering him up. Even if it was all for show, I was entertained by it. To be honest, I think DSP does get a little too much hate. Because it's not like he's a criminal or a murderer or a sex pest or anything like that. He's just a cringy guy that doesn't really know how to handle his finances well.
Right, and he choked the chicken on stream once.
Yeah,
I guess.
And then he also does beg his viewers sometimes too for not offering a lot of content. Like,
Yeah, e-begging.
yeah, like all that should be criticized, but he shouldn't have his internet access revoked.
I mean, I'll be honest. Say what you want about DSP, at least he's not fucking sending pictures of his turds to children.
Yeah. It's funny how he tried to create like 12 YouTube channels, and they all got deleted instantly.
I think he's also banned on TikTok and Twitter.
I know he was on some weird Chinese streaming site called Bingo, and people were just creating accounts just to fuck with him.
Yep, that is correct.
Yeah, like his days as a content creator are over. When you
Apparently
get exposed for that shit.
He's had to sell some of his really rare guns just to stay afloat. I don't know if I don't really feel sorry for him.
Yeah, me neither.
I remember Mutahar, when he was talking about him, he actually said, oh, he's been selling some really expensive and rare guns. I'm like, well, he wouldn't have had to do that if he wasn't sending fucking soliciting minors, so...
Yeah. Speaking of Mutahar, I watched a little bit of his, why I left Twitter video. And,
I didn't watch it.
Yeah,
Tell me more.
You weren't missing much. It was just him, like, getting upset over the fact that people were calling him a smelly Indian and making 9/11 jokes.
To be fair, it wasn't Indians that perpetrated 9/11, but I mean they're like right next door to each other.
Mm-hmm. They kind of
Also,
sound the same too.
Also, do you know that Indians and I think it's either India and Pakistan, I think they hate each other and they have threatened nuclear war on each other.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with that is if either side nukes the other side, they're both fucked.
I think India would win though. I would put my money on India because they have the most people.
What I mean is because since they're so close to each other, that the fallout would probably affect the other side too, if that makes sense.
I gotcha.
So like India would like bomb the other side, and then the fallout would hurt them, but then Iraq or Iran or sorry, Pakistan would hit the other side, and then they'd bomb, and they're so close to each other that doing stuff like that would actually negatively impact them, and I think that's fucking hilarious. But I would actually want to watch that happen.
Yeah, like hypothetically, of course.
Hypothetically, not because I hate them particularly. I just want to. I would just wonder how that would look, just seeing them explode. Like if I could have a device or a machine that lets me view
the future
things that would have happened in reality.
Yeah, it's sort of like that machine in Meet the Robinsons that the dude made.
Yes. What the kid in Meet the Robinsons turned out to be very rich and have a huge family of his own, like the kid that was at the orphanage.
I'm sorry, what were you saying?
I'm saying, wasn't the kid at the orphanage at Meet the Robinsons? Turns out he actually became rich and famous, and
oh yeah, he was
at least had a family of his own that he wanted.
Yeah, he what do you call it? He ended up becoming the evil villain.
No, the main character. I mean, no,
Okay.
not Bowler Hat, dude. The main character, the other guy. I think he ended up, because if I remember correctly, when he went to the future, I think that was like the kid that found him and took him to the future. That was his grandson or his grandson or his son, right?
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Yeah, it's been a minute since I've seen that movie, so some of the details are lost.
But Bowler Hat dude became a bum. Although to be fair, I mean, not to be fair, but he actually had the chance to make friends, but he was just so negative and so pessimistic.
Yeah, like he was just so depressed all the time.
Yeah, because I think there were some kids that actually wanted to get to know him, but he was like, go away, or I'm brooding.
Mm-hmm. It's the Sasuke effect.
It's closer.
Speaking of Sasuke, do you hate Sasuke?
Kind of a complicated question. Because I think he started out okay. Like, his character could have been a lot better if it developed a lot better. Like, the way they introduced him in the original show, not bad at all. But
Oh yeah,
I don't think that his conflict with Naruto all the way into Shippuden was necessary. I feel like that was just forced.
also, I think for a while I hated Sasuke because you remember, I don't know, like when Naruto first encountered Sasuke in Shippuden after the time skip. Sasuke was just being unnecessarily dickish, and he said, "You know what, you know what, Naruto? I'm gonna become Hokage." I'm just like, really, you fucking asshole.
Yeah, like, Sasuke kind of came off to me like a jerk ass, just for the sake of being a jerk ass.
Honestly, I'll be real. Half the shit he did in
Like, his motivations didn't really make sense
right.
ever since he got
I mean,
the curse mark of Orochimaru.
honestly, I'm gonna be real. That I feel like that curse mark kind of made him slightly insane.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, I know that wasn't confirmed one way or the other, but you could convince me that that curse mark made him insane.
I also don't really think that Masashi Kishimoto, or however you pronounce his name, I'm sure I butchered it.
You were close, actually.
He's not really a good story person. He's a good character person, if he actually made the characters, which I think he did.
There's a lot of manga artists or manga creators that are like that. I think they're called mangaka. There's a lot of mangakas that are like that. They create great characters, but their stories are bad.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not even necessarily that their stories are bad. It's just like the way they use certain characters is just really bad, or it's just really not well done. There's a few other creators that are like that.
Damn, that last Emerald Shard's got hands. I think I'm gonna reroll.
Yeah, you've been at this for. Wait, why is your game bugged?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say you've been flying around. I haven't seen the radar go off. Your gator was broken.
Yeah, that was a little suspicious. I do have a mod that fixes any of those bugs where, like, an Emerald Shard wouldn't appear. Where it was supposed to.
Right. What's it called? I don't like I don't know if I've explained this to you. I don't like the way they handled Madara. I think he was a good villain, but the way they handled him at the end was really bad.
Yeah, I never really paid attention to the whole Madara arc. Because Pain was the last dude that I remember Naruto fighting.
But Pain was really well done, though.
Kind of sounds like he's
Overall.
saying lost penis. Instead of lost piece. Sounds like he's saying lost penis. Because
Make
Honey
your
P
plow.
was
I hit him with
secretly
the-
gay.
Huh?
Because Honey
Make your
P was
plow.
secretly gay.
Yeah, he hits them with the illness of his whip. But no, the Pain arc was good. I think you probably stopped at a good spot if you had to stop at all.
Yeah, that's what I hear a lot of people say. Okay,
So
it
that's
has to
where I
be up
stopped.
here.
That's where I stopped originally too. But then I watched the Madara arc, and I pretty much watched all of it until. Well, actually, what made me quit was that I think at the time the show had caught up to the manga. So I
Oh.
guess while they were waiting for Dude to finish it off, Kishimoto to finish it off, they made literally 6 months of fucking filler, and I stopped watching the show and I never picked it back up.
Yeah, fair enough. Wasn't there also a whole filler arc season that just didn't matter at all?
You mean before Madara?
Yeah. Like,
Yes.
like, wasn't Naruto trapped beside some monster and there was this chick?
I didn't watch it because at that point I had started getting smart, and I would either have people tell me or look it up and see what's filler, and I would just skip it. So yeah, I know One Piece also had filler arcs too. And then there was even filler inside some of the actual important episodes. It was fucking hilarious.
Oh, found it right before the train was gonna hit me. Isn't that lovely?
Yes.
It actually knocked me off.
Bro. You just see like Knuckles falling to his death. Hey, at least I got it!
I think my least favorite treasure hunting stages in this game are 2 of the Rouge stages. One of them is Security Hall, and the other one is the infamous one. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I'm sorry, what?
I was saying that the my least favorite treasure hunting stages in this game is Security Hall for Rouge, and then Rouge's last stage.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that yesterday. So just so we're clear, the hero and the dark stories all play pretty much the same, right?
Yeah, but there are some slight design differences with the levels. Like, well, I mean, different aesthetics anyway. But yeah, they do mostly play the same. Some people argue that the Shadow stages are more fun than Sonic's. Really not the truth. It's just that Sonic's stages have, like, the most hazards and the most shit that you need to look out for. Because really, when it comes to A-ranking the speed stages in this game, it's about doing all the optional pathway shit, and then, like, chaining together enemy combos properly. Like, if you see a row of flying drone enemies that there are like 5 of them just lined up with each other, if you just homing attack all of them in succession without touching the ground, that'll get you more points.
Oh, that creep never gives up.
But how did he manage to harness all that energy?
It's got to be the Chaos Emeralds. Yeah, that's the reason they were looking for him. Tails?
The Chaos Emeralds are like magnets. They have the power to attract each other. I can use that to find where Eggman is.
Oh, hey, what's up, Carl Piccolo? How you doing?
I'll take care of the police while you try and find a way.
I'm imagining a fusion of Carl Weezer and Piccolo.
Same.
Would that make Piccolo allergic to everything, or would that give Carl the special beam cannon powers? That's what I want to know.
They're a fusion, so it would probably have to have both.
That's good. Glad to hear you're doing okay.
Does he have destructive wave?
My name would sound Italian if you say it quickly, the last name. Oh, okay, gotcha.
So you're Italian Piccolo?
Like, Piccolo's just like, yeah, I make a mean pizza, but I don't tell nobody about it, know what I mean? It's a family recipe that goes back hundreds of generations with my people.
Yeah, it's a delicacy on Namek. Oh, you now have the ability to hover. Do these upgrades transfer to the Dark Story?
No, each character has to get their own upgrades.
Get your own fucking upgrades.
Let's see, no, but my grandfather was, so I had 8% Italian for my grandfather. Oh, that's what's up. I'm a quarter Sicilian on my mom's side. Also, a fun fact, Sicilian ancestry, like they have, like they share some genetic ancestry with Africa.
No, you don't get the pass. Sorry.
Oh, well, it was worth a shot.
I have a confession to make.
I'm a fool. Anyways, what are you gonna say?
I'm only quarter black.
Oh. So does that mean you can only say like the first 2 letters?
Yeah. Right. But if you're half black, you can only say nig.
Also, there are some optional upgrades in this game too that you don't need, but they are pretty helpful.
Like what?
I think both Eggman and Tails get a little health boost upgrade. It's not mandatory, but if you look up a guide, they're really easy to find, since the levels in this game are so linear. It's not hard at all.
To be fair, all the levels in this game are very linear. They all eventually lead to the same direction.
Yeah.
Just I know one's a little more, you know, effort but it's more rewarding in the end, I think.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, how do you say this man, would you play the worst game Sega made for the Xbox 360 or PS3? Would you play Sonic 06? Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not. The only thing that would keep me from doing that, though, is that I don't have a PS3 or Xbox 360.
And I don't know if emulation for that game is any good right now.
From what I hear, the Xbox 360 version of the game
Xbox
will...
360 port is the most stable, which is not saying much, but PS3, it took a year longer, or it came out like 8 months later, and it had more bugs and glitches somehow. I know that is because of PS3, but still, if you're trying to run the best version of the game, is the Xbox version.
If I were to play through Sonic 06, though, I would only play the PS3 port, just because it has the most issues. And that was the one I had.
Nah, I'd play the Xbox version. I don't want to play a shittier version, but I'd have to find an emulator for the Xbox, though.
From what I hear, 360 emulation with Sonic 06 is pretty accurate.
Okay, then I'll probably just find a 360 emulator.
The only thing that sucks for me, though, is PS3 emulation with Sonic 06 is not accurate at all. So I'll have to wait to either get a PS3 or to wait till RPS, whatever the emulator is called, actually makes it functional.
The only PS3 I think that's worth buying is the one that had the PS2 backwards compatibility.
Yeah, but most of those are dead now.
Wait, really?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Did people just destroy them? Or...
No, it was because they were faulty systems. They had the yellow light.
Oh, so they basically had the equivalent of the Red Ring of Death.
Yeah, but it wasn't as common. Let's see, Carl Piccolo says, I believe you can get that on your Xbox One.
Wait, 06?
Is there actually backwards compatibility for the Xbone for 06?
I know Xbox One has a list of backwards compatibility. Let me check for you.
Yeah, when I had the PS3 port of 06, I went through Sonic stages. They were pretty bad, by the way. I beat Silver Story. That one was like the most slow and the most tedious, and I only made it to like the lava stage. I keep forgetting what it's called. It was in Shadow Story, and that's where I gave up. It was either that one or it was the Kingdom Valley level where you were riding the hovercraft as Shadow. That was actual AIDS.
Bro, the vehicle sections, like
It was really
the
the camera
hovercraft.
though that was the big issue with it. If they just made it to where you could anticipate where those falling debris were coming from, it would have been playable at the very least. Apparently they're adding that stage for Sonic X Shadow, probably just because they ran out of Shadow stages to use. Okay, so the first order of business, I need to get the air necklace in this stage. Absolutely vital. Oh well, I'll just grab this. Don't mind if I do. Okay, yeah, it's the other one.
Ridiculous. Oh, hey, Darksiders 1 and 2 are backwards compatible,
That's interesting.
but then they made the remaster, so it's like, who the fuck cares?
Yeah, just play the remasters at that point.
Dirt Showdown. Too bad. Shame that game's completely delisted, so if you didn't buy it, you just can't do it. Driver San Francisco was backwards compatibility, and so was Duke Nukem Forever.
Oh god, not Duke Nukem
What?
Forever.
Dragon Age 1 and 2. Dragon's Lair.
Just get it on Steam.
Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Bro, just buy that shit on PC.
Yeah, didn't they release a special edition of Skyrim? Just play that.
No, I'm saying Oblivion. That's Elder Scrolls 4.
Oh, gotcha.
Which, again, just buy those fuckers on PC.
Okay, would you play Cruising Blast if you had a Nintendo Switch?
Yes, I've already played it, but my friend had the Switch.
I actually, I've never heard of that game.
I've loved. It's basically a sequel to a 20-year-old, a 25-year-old driving franchise. It's called Cruisin' USA, Cruisin' World,
Okay, I've heard of that.
Cruisin' Exotica. Fable 2 and 3 are backwards compatible. Let me think. I'm in the F section. Every Fallout game, well, sorry, Fallout 3 and New Vegas are backwards compatible. Far Cry 3,
You know,
Far Cry Classic.
it's sad, but the Xbox 360 ports of those Fallout games are probably the most playable at this point.
Actually, bro, with the amount of bullshit I went through with those games, you're probably not wrong.
Yeah, you were telling me that you were like you just gave up trying to
No,
beat those.
I got the game to work for literally 2 hours. Then something happened and the game didn't work. Like the game just gave up. So Final Fantasy 13 and 13-2 backwards compatible, but not Lightning Returns. Hold on. Let me get to the L section first. Frogger and Frogger 2.
Can't wait
Gears
to
of
load up my
War.
360 and play some Frogger.
Why did they make a Frogger 2? I don't think it's the Frogger you're thinking of, bro.
Oh, wasn't
they
that shitty 3D platforming mascot when they were trying to do that?
Wait, actually no, this is the original Frogger. Oh! They made a Frogger. Never mind, you're right, it is the original Frogger. Really? And then they made a Frogger 2, which looks like shit.
I wonder if I got the A rank for this stage. I made pretty good time. Oh, well, I was close.
I feel good.
See, dude, Elder Scrolls Skyrim is a good game. Yeah. I remember...
GTA 4 is backwards compatible.
That's interesting.
GTA San Andreas is backwards compatible and only San Andreas.
Tails, any news yet?
For some reason, I'm not
Hitman
getting a signal.
Absolution
It's remaining
is
chaos
backwards
hour.
compatible.
Maybe
Yeah,
Hitman
isn't that your favorite Hitman game? I
Oh,
think,
totally.
I think I remember you
I-
were saying that.
I love it so much, bro. The best game I ever played. So much that I uninstalled it while I was about halfway through it, because fuck that game.
Long time no see.
I might torture myself and force myself to play it.
Looking for the Master Emerald pieces was tougher.
I remembered a lot of people were talking about it back in the day.
Anyway.
Yeah, a lot of people, yeah, some of my classmates were really into that game. Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 are backwards compatible.
But are the servers still up? That's what I want to know.
No. No.
Hmm.
If we get
Lego
Emerald,
Lord of the
we can
Rings.
trace the call to find Eggman.
Okay, let's meet up
Lego
there.
Indiana Jones.
Hey, wait for
The Complete Saga. Oh, hey, the Complete Saga. Excellent.
Yeah, that was actually a good one.
The president must be over there. Let's go.
Hold on. Lego Star Wars 2 was the original Wait. So Lego Star Wars 1 was actually the first. Okay, it was 4, 5, and 6, and so the Complete Saga came after 2, right?
Right. From what I remember, they released Star Wars Lego, and it was just like the first 3 movies.
Okay.
Then they re-released Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy.
I know 3 was the Clone Wars, but that came after the Complete Saga, I think.
I remember when I had that game as a kid, Lego Star Wars 2. I used to customize my character to.
I'm getting closer.
It was Padme's body with C-3PO's face, and I would just slap the shit out of everybody.
Mass Effect 2 and 1, 2, and 3. Oh, Lightning Returns is backwards compatible. Or okay.
Yeah, it was probably
Mega
just
Man.
named differently.
Yeah, Mega Man 9 and 10 were backwards compatible, but
You might as well
Cool,
just get the
part of the
Legacy
collection.
collection.
right. Midnight Club. I like that game. That game was actually cool.
Yeah, I remember a lot of people liked that one.
Oh, Rockstar. I forgot Rockstar did make those games. Mirror's Edge is backwards compatible.
I heard that game was really okay.
I played it. It was really okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you're...
Sonic,
I think back then the only reason why people talked about it was because, like, it was the first
It was-
game where you could do first-person platforming in a creative way.
Yeah,
but
kind
it's
of
like,
like Dying Light.
yeah. But I think other games have just innovated on it to where it's, like, just not as fun to replay anymore. Good for the time, though.
I remember people were speedrunning that game.
Yeah, that looks like a game that would be very speedrunnable to those people.
Red Dead Redemption is backwards compatible.
Well, that's good. That way they can play the superior port.
Yes, you are correct. Actually, matter of fact, I think on top of that, the backwards compatible version runs better than the what should we call it? Runs better than the trying to think.
The remaster.
Yeah, the remaster on PlayStation and Switch.
Isn't that fucking pathetic?
Yes, like they got screwed. Saints Row 4 is backwards compatible, but there's also an Xbox One version.
Oh, nice. I got an
Saints
A
Row-
rank for
Saints
this
Row
stage.
3.
I don't think I've ever done that.
All right, I've kept you into. Oh, Skullgirls is also backwards compatible. Like anyone cares.
Yeah, that franchise got ruined.
Now, for the moment you've all been
Mr.
waiting for.
President, reports show that since the incident 3 hours ago,
Sonic
the country
All
was in
Stars
turmoil.
Racing Transformed
Our
is
financial
backwards
communities are
compatible.
impacted, and our satellite
Sonic Adventure
communications
1
are
and
down.
2 is backwards
An
compatible, as well as
emergency meeting
CD
has been
and
called.
Generations.
Mr. President, this
Interesting.
is a national crisis.
Sonic and Knuckles, but I'm pretty sure you can't buy that anymore.
Spare me the details.
Yeah, I'm
Exactly
pretty sure
what is
Sega
it?
delisted all versions of
Dragnet.
3 and Knuckles. Although I heard for the 360, if you had both Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles, you could link them up and unlink them, so you could play them both as separate games, or you could play them the way they were meant to be played. I
I
always
don't know
found that
about that.
confusing.
Otherwise,
Sonic the Fighters?
Dude, have you played that game?
No.
All you do is just press one button, and you
Oh,
can just
it's not
smash your way
even-
through. Although the
Sonic-
fun, like the fun part of that re-release though on the PS3 and 360 is that they added Honey the Cat, who was rumored to be in the game if you did this ridiculous thing, but it was proved to be a hoax. But Sega kind of just threw that in for people.
Sonic 1, 2, and 3, but they're all delisted. Oh, Sonic 4, Episode 1 and 2, and Unleashed, although Unleashed actually runs better on the
Sonic?
backwards compatibility thing.
Mr. President,
Mhm.
we're receiving an incoming
So,
signal
no,
from
no
an
Sonic
agent.
06.
Yeah, you'd have to emulate it or just run it on original hardware.
Yep.
I saw Eggman go inside the pyramid. And more importantly, I saw that Batgirl go inside with him as well. But you saw them too, right?
Well, yeah.
We should be able to get into outer space from there. I don't know what this space colony is all about, but I'll find and destroy that cannon, and then kick their Imperial butts.
All right.
I'll go and find the entrance.
Alright, time to find the entrance, Tails.
Okay.
I'm hungry.
You can find your way out.
Okay. Okay.
Dude, the servers for GTA 4 Online are dead. You have to do a LAN party. Yeah, I heard that a lot of, not Xbox 360, from what I know, but with PS3, you can hack it to where you can run custom servers, and you can just join online lobbies that way, which I always thought was pretty cool. It's nice that people are trying to revive all these dead multiplayer games. It's always amazing.
Yeah, Sonic 06 is not. Oh, Thrillville. That's backwards compatible.
I remember that game. I used to see commercials for it on TV all the time.
Same.
You could make your own roller coasters, right?
Yeah, I had the first one. I didn't own the second one, but I did play it. Viva Pinata is backwards compatible.
I heard that game was pretty underrated.
It's actually not bad. I did play it. It was actually not bad.
The cartoon itself was pretty unfortunate, though.
That cartoon looked like shit.
Yeah.
So I didn't even watch it. I just looked.
I actually caught it on 4Kids back when that was still a thing. Because
No, I had a friend or someone that had it. Like I was turned on their TV. I wanted to watch something. That show came on. I immediately flipped the channel. I'm like, oh hell no.
Yeah, they also had Sonic X, Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. It was either 5Ds or GX or Zexal or some.
Those are all actual Yu-Gi-Oh series. So which one?
I don't know. It was Zexal 5Ds GX. It was just all of them.
Don't make fun of me, but I actually sat down and rewatched all of 5Gs back in like 2016.
Wait, 5Gs or 5Ds?
5Ds.
Oh.
Or was it season 1? Yeah, I remember I sat down, I rewatched I watched Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, and I'm just like, this isn't complete shit, but the main character was like, okay, so the main character got locked up in prison, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he had a duel for his freedom, but the warden says, the warden confiscated all his cards and stuff, right? So he's like, you're gonna have to find a way to duel him. So it's like if how are you gonna duel me without a deck? It's like if you don't get a deck, you forfeit. You're stuck here forever. And it's like all the prisoners, like there was like 50, like 100 different prisoners, and they all like hid cards because like I guess having the cards was, like contraband in prison. So they all like pulled out their cards and, hey bro, take this card. Yeah bro, we believe in you. I'm like, what the fuck? Where did you get these cards?
I'd rather not say.
I'll probably pull
Just pulls him out of his ass.
Don't worry, it has a card sleeve, so it's in good condition.
I did it!
Yeah, pretty much my only knowledge of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is from the Abridged series.
Oh, I don't doubt that, because I remember you were more into Pokemon at the time anyway, so I don't doubt that.
Yeah. Also, my mom didn't like me playing that as a kid.
Yeah, because Satanic Panic.
Yep. She didn't like the whole dark Egyptian vibe that the show was. Yeah. But, For some reason, she was okay with me watching Digimon, though. It's like, here, son, I don't want you watching this, satanic shit. Digimon is more appropriate, and then, like, Renamon just pops up on the screen, and I'm just like, Yeah, like, I was actually watching Digimon, like, before I was even watching Pokemon, strangely enough. I don't know if you knew that.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I got into Digimon before I got into Pokemon.
Okay, did not know that.
Yep, I used to watch the first 4 or 5 seasons on Jetix.
Okay. Don't make fun of me, but I spent like 5 minutes trying to figure out how to hold my knife again.
Oh, you have a knife?
Yes, I was like looking at it because I was trying to figure out how to use it. And yeah, I you know, opening it up was one thing, but folding it up and closing it would actually took me like 5 minutes. Apparently, because I thought it was in the back or like behind the blade, but it wasn't. It was inside of the handle part. I'm like, that's a weird place to put that.
It's like a reverse blade, sort of like Rurouni Kenshin.
Well, no, but
This blade
I
is
have to send you-
completely useless. Well, this knife is completely useless.
right. It was like, oh no, it's like you can open it, but once you open it, you can never close it. You must feast on the blood of your enemies. It's a little dark, don't you think?
You could be the gangster Batosai if you wanted.
But actually, dude's reverse blade, I think it's a really stupid concept, if I'm being honest.
I mean, it was supposed to be symbolic, though.
I know, but what I mean is like, in real life, it's like, at that point, you might as well just hit dude with a stick.
Yeah.
Aren't you afraid of my completely dull sword? Well, actually, if I remember correctly, in the anime, it was like, technically, he could hurt people because he was really skilled and strong with it. It just couldn't kill people.
Right. It was supposed to, like, severely damage them.
Yes.
It's a shame what happened to the creator, though. Because I really
It's
used to
okay.
like that show.
It's okay, bro. He got a fine and a few days in jail. He's okay.
Yeah. He should have,
Don't
like,
do it again.
he should have shown just a little bit more remorse. You know what I mean? Like, he should have, like if I were him, I would have just been like, you know what? I'm passing this on to somebody else. And, I'm just gonna move on with my life and just stop doing what I'm doing.
But the show must go on. I have to do it for the fans.
I think that was actually part of the reason why, America stopped getting localizations of the, new manga arc that he did.
I heard that arc was actually it was so it was a couple of things because I remember like during all that scandal, like the Rurouni Kenshin live action movies were actually coming out and they were actually really good though. I think I saw one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Although to be fair, that anime is more grounded in reality, so I'm glad it did well.
Just made it.
But yeah, I know a lot of people were pissed about that.
Yeah,
Well,
me
rightly
included.
so.
I didn't even know it happened until like 5 years later.
Oh, I knew. I was in the middle of rewatching the show. Like I was actually at the final arc.
That egghead sure loves mechanical things, doesn't he?
No, I'm sorry. I was
Spaceships lying around here somewhere.
not the final arc. Cause
We need a key to get in there.
I think I got to season 3 or like the third arc, and then I stopped. I watched that arc, and then I read the manga
We're counting on you, buddy.
and finished
The
that.
world's
So I know how the
greatest
manga's supposed to end. Cause what happened is I got to like the last arc, which wasn't actually canon, and I stopped watching it because I'm just like, oh, this shit isn't canon. Why do I need to watch it? And then I remember it was either last year they were airing the new series, and I was watching it at the one of the anime conventions I went to,
Mm-hmm.
and I watched like the first 5 episodes, and it looked okay, but I'm just like I'm sitting here watching this, but it's like
Like,
dude literally
kind of feel guilty for it.
right. It's like I love the character, I love this series, but it's like I don't really want to support this guy. It's like dude literally had CP on his hard drive.
Yeah, and didn't he also admit to thinking that girls as young as like 11 were attractive?
I believe so. Which is weird because I don't know if you know this, but the Rurouni Kenshin ends up getting married to the girl, the Cairo or Cairo.
Oh,
I butchered that, but she was like 15 or 14, so. Eesh.
I mean, from like a historical standpoint, though, the show takes place in what, Japan back into the 1800s.
Yes,
So there is like there is an excuse there, I think,
but it's still kind of telling
Yeah.
what came out later. That's what I mean. So for the time period, I understand, but I'm just saying it's like now knowing what we know about the guy kind of makes sense.
mm-hmm.
Because I think Rurouni Kenshin was like in his 30s when the series ended.
Kind of got stuck there for a second with the camera. Okay, where's this leading to? The red room, okay.
When are you gonna play Black Myth Wukong again?
Whenever Black Myth Wukong satisfies my needs in bed. But
Why satisfy your needs in bed?
the answer to your question though, probably sometime next week. I've just been playing a lot of other shit, man.
No, I understand. There's so many Steam games to play.
Yeah, especially
You know-
recently.
I'll be real. When they stop putting out good games, like for instance, like I can wait. It's like I have so many old games I haven't played that I could probably play. I have 1,000 games in my Steam wishlist, and I've only played about 300 of them, maybe.
Yeah, I feel you.
So I'm just like, if the gaming industry goes to shit, I have a bunch of games to play. It's like I am good.
Same. Like, there's no way that I'll ever beat all the games in my Steam library before I die.
Right.
So
And
I
then if World War III happens,
might as
we'll
well
have
make the
even less
best of
time.
it.
you allow. So apparently in the live-action Moana movie, I think
Just the fact that you said
Dwayne
live
Johnson.
action Moana made me fucking cringe, but keep going.
what's his name? Dwayne Johnson will be in that movie.
So he's reprising his role.
Yes, essentially. Oh, hey, there's the trailer, and I literally see Dwayne Johnson.
I just want to know who asked for that. Like, who asked for a live action Moana? That's what I want to know.
Like when I said live action Moana, I could feel you wincing or cringing on the other side. Like no, I felt that cringe, bro. Just so you know,
What can I say except
the N word. Anything else?
Oh, I see it.
But yeah, well,
I see
to
a
be
key.
fair,
I see a
did
floating
voice
moving key. There we go.
he did voice the character, but I don't know anyone who asked for this, and they're already making a Moana 2, so why the fuck are they making this? And the Moana 2 is going to be annual. Oh wow, I scrolled down, I see one of the comments, it says, "I love you, The Rock." Wait a minute, isn't there a giant crab in this movie that's like, that had Maui's like thing or something? His like weapon or whatever?
I think it was a snail.
Well, that's gonna look weird in live action, I'm gonna be real with you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, what's up, Richard Russell? How you doing? Oh, yeah, I do stream, like, twice or 3 times a week, usually. I'm just, blitzing my way through Sonic Adventure 2, because, you know, it's been a while since I replayed it. How you doing?
Huh? Who's there? What the? A ghost?
Anyways, you were saying?
Hold on, I'm trying to see when the movie's supposed to come out.
It'll probably be, like, 2026.
Yep, the rumor, I just checked, you're right, you're spot on, it's like summer 2026.
I just think Disney needs to stop with the whole live-action shit. They need to go back to just making genuine art. Stop trying to, stop trying to hammer a message down everyone's throats and just make a good movie that people will remember.
Well, I know something you're gonna love. I know something you're gonna love instead.
Turning Red 2.
Actually, I think that is a thing.
Oh god, I hope not.
Well, but no, Frozen 3.
Oh yeah, I remembered when everybody was memeing that to shit, because it's like, nobody wanted anything, like nobody even cared about Frozen 2 when that came out. Also, Toy Story 5, right?
Yes. And something else that I know you're just excited for, that I know you really love.
I'm not sure.
Zootopia 2.
Fucking hated that movie. Even when it came out, I didn't really... I don't know, like I saw it with my sister, and, that whole movie is just so fucking hypocritical, because it's like, it's all about, like, self-empowerment and, you know, finding your way. But, like, for most of the movie, she gets help from, like, a male dude.
Yeah, was that the Kristoff, the guy with the elk or deer thing?
No, Nick Wilde.
Oh, I'm bad. I was thinking of Frozen for a second. Don't mind me, but yeah, you're right. And he was kind of a crook, so.
Yeah, like she literally couldn't have done what she did in that movie without help from another man. So, you know, stereotypical Disney there. Let's see. Richard Russell is saying Pixar went to shit after Toy Story 3. You know, you might have a point with that.
Well, if there's any if there's any bright side to this, at least for Toy Story 5, Tim Allen is coming back as Buzz Lightyear.
How old is that dude at this point?
Let me look that up. Probably about as old as
Bruce Willis, I would
Woody.
assume.
Probably about as old as Tom Hanks.
Oh wait, did I actually get a second hit on him? I've never done that before.
What a hassle.
What's up, your host? What's up, Ellis?
Tim Allen, 71.
Damn. Yeah, like I remembered when Tim Allen was really sucking off that Disney teat back in the 90s.
Tom Hanks is 68.
Come and get some, Eggman.
Sonic!
Just leave it to me.
This time, I'll take your lives as well as the Chaos Emerald. I call on you to destroy these pests. Come out, my servant.
I like the way they animate Eggman's face.
Apparently, like I didn't really like the existence of Toy Story 3, but I understood it was more like a closure thing, because, you know, Andy grew up and moved on, so I get it. But apparently Toy Story 5 is they're the toys are gonna compete with like iPad kids and try to get them to understand. Like,
Oh god, the Gen Alpha.
right? Bro, give up. Just take LTG's advice at that point.
Yeah.
You
Let's see.
serve zero purpose.
Zootopia was fine. It's just that it hammered in so much shit from Frozen. The twist villain. Oh yeah, that too. Honestly though, I think that the twist villain in Zootopia was worse because she just kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah, she was just there. She was kind of like
Like she was just like she was the mayor and you know she was helping out, quote unquote. But it's like it wasn't really foreshadowed at all. Let's see. Your host is saying Lollipop Chainsaw. Repop doesn't really look any different from the 360 version. Okay, well that's good. I'm assuming they didn't censor any of the dialogue either, right?
they didn't censor the dialogue, but they did remove content.
Such as?
All licensed music has been removed. They didn't get it back, and there
Aw.
are some outfits that are removed because they were either licensed by celebrities or from certain stores, like clothing lines.
Okay,
And they
well,
didn't get the rights to that, but everything else is untouched.
okay, well, I mean that's sad, but you know it makes sense.
That's business.
Yeah.
But in terms of is the game localized for a modern audience, no, it is not. Which is why IGN won't review it. I'm considering buying Forza Horizon because that game's getting delisted, and I kind of want to play one of those games.
Let's see. Richard Russell is saying the villain was an ewe who turned people savage and secretly controlled them. What was Disney
Yeah,
trying
she
to tell us? Yeah, it's hidden anti-Semitism. That was also another thing. SA2 Amy is still cursed to this day. Yeah, I don't like her character model. Her eyelashes look really buggy. Look at Payday 2 current state. They just delisted John Wick, the Point Break, and Hardcore Henry content to anyone who didn't already own the game. I miss when animated movies had actual good villains. The dude from Up and Syndrome are good examples. Yeah, man, like,
I think Up was a great movie in general.
yeah, that was a really good one. I think the last good Pixar film that ever came out was Coco.
Oh, they're also making Incredibles 3, speaking of Syndrome.
Really? They should have just kept it at 1, to be honest.
I don't understand the point of the second one. Like, I'm gonna be real with you.
Wasn't it just like a reverse or a mirror of the first one, where it focused more on Helen?
Yes, and so I think because I know that Mr. Incredible wanted to get out there, be a hero again, and do all that stuff, but the dude that was sponsoring them said, no, we want Elastigirl, because I guess people just wanted to really see the female character just get right out there and represent them. I'm like, yeah, okay, that's a stupid cringe reason.
Yeah. Up is arguably the best Pixar movie. Made me emotional though, since I lost my golden retriever around the time it came out. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. As well as my sister, so it hit home. Well, I mean, it could be worse. Your golden retriever could have, you know, been cannibalized by the, you know, the totally legitimate immigrants that immigrated to Ohio a few months back. You know, they could have just ended up there, but yeah, Up was pretty good. I grew up with, you know, Finding Nemo, Monsters Inc. I watched Cars in theaters with my dad. So I liked that one when it came out, but I know that people like to criticize it for not being that good. Ratatouille was also pretty good. Let's see, coming soon from Pixar in 2026, Haitian. What if Haitians had emotions? Oh wait, they don't.
Yeah, and then you just see one like grabbing like a cat and just running off to an alleyway.
You just see them running, and they're just like chomping on a cat like it's an energy drink.
Like it's trail mix.
Or it's like somebody's workout creatine. I don't know if you see those at the gym, or if you have seen those before, but like there's always that one dude that brings his pre-workout with him, and he just eats it while he's working out.
Yeah, I've seen that a couple of times.
Show them a pic of cat dog, watch what happens.
Apparently, I've heard that. What's that name? What's the game? I've heard. Well, Inside Out 2 was actually not that bad.
Yeah, I heard that too.
So
It's almost like whenever they try to bring back an original property and make it better, it ends up being good.
let me think. What's the name of that?
The more cynical Disney movies are, the worse they are, in my opinion.
Yeah, apparently, because I was shocked. People were saying that they didn't cram the message. It was just is what it was. So I'm just like, I'm shocked.
Like, I remembered when I first watched Turning Red back in 2022. This was, you know, before everyone was just trying to, like, shit on it. And this was before Mysterious Mr. Enter's quote-unquote shitty review on it. I have my issues with that video, but I don't think it was as bad or as memeable as some people made it out to be, in my opinion. But I knew that after I pirated and watched Turning Red, that if Disney kept going on that path in that same direction as that movie, that they were going to have a hit in stocks. And sure enough, yeah, that's what's going on with them right now. Let's see, Incredibles 2 was supposedly rushed from what I've heard. That's why it's so bad. Oh, okay, well, that's a little bit more fair than...
Well, they wanted, I guess, reverse the roles. So if I remember correctly, as I was saying earlier, that the in-story reason was that they thought Elastigirl would have been more marketable. So that's why Mr. Incredible had to be stay-at-home dad. But I'm like, that's a stupid reason.
Let's see, your host says, Bro admitted to piracy live on stream. The FBI are coming for you. Dude, just remember, it's always morally and ethic. Like, it is morally okay to pirate a Disney movie in this current year. God damn
Honestly,
it. I died.
I also believe that it is morally... Is that Chaos?
Yeah, this level always frustrates me. Because of the disappearing...
Throwing out the airlock.
Yep.
Honestly, Disney was being stingy. Like, they wouldn't even pay out after someone died at their fucking theme parks. Fuck Disney.
Yeah, they tried
Also
to...
why?
They tried to, fucking,
Forced arbitration.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even, like, a huge amount. 50K? Like, fuck you, Disney.
Richard Russell is saying it's morally correct to pirate Warner Bros., Disney, and Nintendo. Yep. Dude,
Honestly, yes.
you remember when Disney, or not Disney, Nintendo, like, they're garnishing a man's wages for the rest of his life because he modded consoles for, like, the last 2 decades?
Oh, yeah.
It's not like he was running a crack den or anything. He was just...
Bro, I've seen drug dealers get lighter sentences than that. I've seen literal rapists get less than that. Like that is insane.
Yeah, I still can't believe Nintendo did that.
Honestly, you know what I would do? I would work like a minimum wage job for the rest of my life. Like,
but yeah, I agree with you on that. With Warner Bros., Disney, and Nintendo. Pirate, because you never know if it's actually going to be good.
I would say, I was gonna say pirate Ubisoft, but I'm like, I don't think it's worth pirating.
I don't even think you can, for the most part, because all their games run on their own little online servers, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think you can, but some of them you can pirate, but a lot of them, yeah, you have to connect to a server.
God damn it.
So yeah,
Is that a
Ubisoft
checkpoint?
isn't even worth
No.
pirating. Damn.
Yeah, this level is, this is my least favorite level in this entire game.
I can see why.
Let's
In
not have
the
enough lives.
arms of an angel.
God damn it. It's okay. I'm gonna do it. It's really just the artificial chaoses that are really bad. If they got rid of those enemies or just made them easier to kill with tails, it wouldn't be so bad. I'm not even gonna try to A rank the stage at this point because I've already died multiple times.
Yeah, you'll be lucky to get a B rank.
God dang it. Yay, a checkpoint. Sweet. Made it. And I got the bazooka. Monsters Inc. predicted David Zaslav. I have no idea who that is.
It was what I believe it's one of the CEOs for Warner Brothers.
Ah.
Yeah, it's the CEO of Warner Brothers. I thought you were gonna die again, homie. I really did.
Yeah, the gravity portion of this stage where it just tries to suck you in everywhere, it's pretty frustrating. Thankfully, the level after this is much more fun. By the way, Richard Russell, I don't know what your opinion is on the treasure hunting stages of SA2, if you've ever played it. Maybe you haven't, I don't know. But the treasure hunting stages are actually some of my favorite stages in this game, and I have no idea why people hate them so much. Well, I mean, I know kind of why. It's because people argue that there's like a butchered radar compared to SA1, but I don't know. I feel like there's enough like recognizable points of interest in each stage to where like you can kind of understand what they were trying to do.
Hey, you got shot.
Let's see, you fucking hated them? Didn't like them one bit? Gotcha. I mean, that's understandable though. Like, a lot of people don't like them.
We're still talking about David Zaslav or someone else?
That was a reference to Mr. Water News from Monsters Inc. So yeah.
I'll kidnap 1,000 children before I let this company die.
I gotta do better next time.
Homie literally just went full math off. Homie was gonna literally like...
They actually got him on camera too.
I know.
Got him booted
Let's
up.
replay that again, shall we?
Okay, Sonic. Now put that emerald.
One of the main reasons why I prefer the first Sonic Adventure. Yeah, the first Sonic Adventure was pretty good. I do prefer this game though. Just because I actually like how they distill some of the gameplay ideas. Monsters Inc. 2, Epstein's headquarters. Yeah, this is one of my favorite stages in this game, just because of like how much you can just fly around and just zoom.
I like this. I like the theme on this stage.
Yeah, same. It's pretty chill.
Hey, question. Do you like Rouge the Bat?
You mean as like a character?
Yes.
Yeah, I think her character's alright. She's supposed to be like a spy that works for the government, but is also a jewel thief.
Yes, like she's basically Catwoman in Sonic.
Actually, I never thought about it like that, but you're not wrong. Oh. The emerald piece is somewhere around there. There's a new Monsters Inc. show that takes place as a sequel. Apparently, Water
What?
News adopted a British furry monster that plays guitar and got conned hard. Why does that sound
What?
like fan fiction?
Excuse me? Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
I'm assuming that's a Disney Plus exclusive.
Well, I didn't even like. There is nothing on Disney Plus I want to watch.
Yeah, same. It's mostly just like, like you can pull up any animated Disney film except for Make Mine Music for some reason. That's like the only film that Disney hasn't released out of their whole Disney canon.
You know how you know how you found like the entirety of like the Disney's Robin Hood?
Oh yeah, on YouTube that somebody re-uploaded.
Yeah, it got deleted. Cause I remember, I think the day you posted, you said this is probably gonna get delisted or taken down in like a week. You were right; it was gone.
Also, the university jock bully horn monster or whatever rescues Randall from the Florida hillbilly family that wrecked his shit.
Aw, well, I'm just glad that Randall got fucked really hard. Cause I didn't, looking back, Monsters University actually ruined the canon of Monsters Inc.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot too. There's a lot of inconsistencies with it.
Like, Sully, in the first movie, it was established that Sully and Mike Wazowski knew each other since childhood. Like, they were basically grew up together.
Mm-hmm.
But in University, that was the first time they met each other.
I forget, is this Emerald Shard in midair? I forget. Guess we'll find out now. Oh yeah, it's on top. Perfect. But yeah, I really liked Monsters, Inc. That was one of my favorite films growing up. That was actually, I think, the second film I remembered my parents taking me to when I was young. First one was Shrek, if you could believe that.
One more left.
And then my dad took me to see the Sam Raimi Spider-Man film, the first one, and he also took me to see the sequel too. But let's see, I ain't making this up. Him and Randall run this like pyramid scheme trifecta that tries to take down Monsters Inc. because Waternoose got exposed for wanting to kidnap kids.
You know, maybe he should have hooked up with EDP. Maybe he should have worked with him, like him and R. Kelly. You know what this is reminding me of?
What?
That Michael Jackson Moonwalker game, because I didn't know that he had to find like kids in like closets and trunks.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Thing is, I've seen gameplay of that, but I didn't even notice that. I did not put two and two together.
Yeah. You're just, Michael Jackson rescuing kids.
Why are they in trunks and closets to begin with?
I think the idea was that they were kidnapped by gangsters, and it's up to you to rescue them. Dr. Disrespect, EDP, Chris Tyson, and Mr. Waternoose, the Kidnapper Squad.
Not too bad.
Bro, I would not want to get punched by Knuckles right now. Like, I'm looking at his hands. Homie's got brass knuckles, claws. Like, nah, bro, your face would not be the same.
It's a game adaptation of a movie where Michael Jackson rescues a kid from a mafia gang. Oh, okay, so it's a movie
Yes.
adaptation game. I didn't
Yes,
know that.
it is. I've actually seen the movie.
I haven't. And I feel like I should at some point.
I think that was when I think that was also like one of the debuts of the song Smooth Criminal, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh. That's cool. Wait. Hang on, I need to grab that ring. There we go.
Here I come. Just watch me. You, I mean, here I come. Get ready.
I'm getting ready. What's happening? movie was supposed to release theatrically in America of November of 1988, but it got released direct to the video so it could avoid competition with Child's Play and The Land Before Time.
I never lose.
Get away
Bro.
from my emerald.
The Land Before Time. They were still making those fuckers like up until like 2012, I think.
No, I think the last one they made was back in 2016, and I think it was the 16th movie.
Like, how many of these fuckers can you make?
I guess Don
Didn't
Bluth
they-
just really wanted the money. Or actually, I think he only directed the first one, right?
Call yourself a
Yes.
hunter attacking a lady? Shame on you.
Didn't like the voice actor for like one of the kid, like the youngest character get brutally murdered?
Yep, Ducky. The voice actress for her ended up getting murdered by her dad.
Piece of shit.
Pretty sad.
What in the world?
Two things, Spielberg and Jurassic Park.
Keep your hands to yourself.
I don't have a problem with Jurassic Park, but why did we need a sequel after Jurassic World?
Don't think I owe you one. You just wanted to hold
I just don't think that Jurassic Park had the same level of nostalgia that something like Star Wars had.
This isn't a joke, you know. Think what you want, Batgirl. I was saving the Master Emerald.
Yes, Judith Barcy got murdered by her dad, who went psycho and almost did a mass shooting, but ended up committing Suikoden instead.
Yes, he turned on Suikoden and just started playing it, and then he fell over and died. Yes.
If that's what you thought, you should have given me them.
By the way, when is Konami actually going to release the remaster of the first two games? It's been on my Steam wish list forever, and
Wait, they're not out yet?
no,
Finally.
as far as I know, it's still to be announced.
Hang on a second.
I'm sorry.
I'm about to check right now. Ain't no way. I thought those fuckers came out.
They might have, and I just forgot about it.
Should get going.
Oh. No, it's not out.
Okay. Richard Russell is saying it's coming out in like March of next year.
Yes, March 6, 2025.
It got revealed in the Direct along with the new Capcom collection. Yeah, me and Raiku were playing that yesterday, or the day before.
Yeah, my achievements are bugged. But
Thankfully,
the homie...
Go ahead.
Yeah, but the homie over here, he got all his achievements.
Yeah. It was just being racist, that's why.
Yeah, it clearly they didn't think I was working hard enough. You're gonna earn your achievements now.
Oh, the SNK one, not the Marvel one? Gotcha.
Yes, the SNK, I have SVC Chaos.
Yeah, I think I got that one too. Wasn't it like 20 bucks?
Yes.
But yeah, I definitely got that.
Normally I don't buy games new, but for Marvel I bought it because I actually love those games, and also I don't know when or if they're going to be delisted, and I want to support Capcom. Like, I want more Marvel versus Capcom, so I'm like, yes, Capcom, take my money. Same for SNK versus Capcom Chaos. I want them to know that this is what we want. So
Yeah. Dude, Capcom and Konami, they seem to know what's up when it comes to re-releasing their games.
I remember that day I told you, hey, new Castlevania collection dropped. You're like, wait, what?
Yeah, dude, I was so excited when Konami shadow dropped the DS collection of the Castlevania games.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was so pumped to just blast through them all, because I had Portrait of Ruin growing up. And I played a little bit of Dawn of Sorrow back then too, but Portrait of Ruin was my favorite. So just to see them preserved and, you know, re-released, it's always nice to see. Which, you know, speaking of that, Konami really needs to re-release Symphony of the Night and Rondo of Blood on Steam. Like,
I'm sorry.
yesterday.
No, bro. Like, I imagine if Konami, like, we're in the worst timeline and Konami gives us the Sega Saturn version.
The Sega Saturn.
Yes, it's like Sega, but instead of saying Sega, I'm saying the N-word attached to it. Yes.
Sega is our word, but you can say Sega.
Right. Yeah, they give us the Sega Saturn version.
Let's see, Richard Russell is saying, I had the Neo Geo card of SVC Chaos. It cost me like $1,000. Yeah,
What?
dude. Yeah, those fucking Neo Geo cards are really fucking expensive. I don't know if you knew. Like, whenever you have free time, Ryoko, go on eBay and search Neo Geo cards.
I got a second right now.
Yeah, do it.
Neo Geo cartridge. No, that's the system. Where am I looking for? Shopping. Which Neo Geo cards am I looking for? Just in general?
Yeah, just look up Neo Geo carts.
What the hell?
Yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't it?
1,500? And this sucker's not even in the box. It's just the cart by itself.
Yeah, that's how rare the Neo Geo was. It was one of those systems that nobody bought because it was like really expensive.
Oh wait, actually no, it's in a snap lock case. Never mind, it's all in there. Okay, never mind.
Richard Russell is
Even-
saying Kizuna Encounter for $300,000.
Okay, I have not seen that. Actually, let me sort by price. Over 300. Let's do it like that. Over 300. And let's sort by the highest price. Let's see who's selling it. Oh, hey, there's one for a genuine, authentic SNK Neo Geo for $3,000.
God damn it.
A Neo Geo with a Neo Geo console with 5 games and 2 controllers for $3,000.
Who would pay money for that?
2 Neo Geo consoles for $3,000. Garrow Mark of the Wolves for $2,900.
Neo Geo stuff is rare and expensive because they barely
Yeah, you're-
made copies of them. Some games like Metal Slug had few as 300 copies when made in English. Are you kidding?
What? Well, I
Just
hope you like the
Metal Slug
arcade,
1.
homie. I hope you like the arcade, homie.
I actually wish that SNK would just like port over the rest of the Metal Slug series, not Metal Gear.
They haven't done that. Yes, they're gonna go steal it from Konami and publish it themselves.
I know they re-released 1 through 3 on Steam, and that's nice, but they need to do 4 through 6. That way, the laggy PS2 collection can just like be a relic of the past. Oops, lost all me rings. Yes, even some of the late stuff like King of Fighters 2002 and Metal Slug 4 only had like 400 copies in English. They were purposely limited and for hardcore people.
SNK versus Capcom for $2,000.
Yeah, I'm so glad to just only spend $20 for that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Oops.
Oh yeah, that is the one that is ported. Oh, this is a used copy. Damn.
A lot of the late releases were exclusively distributed through the Neo store, which my brother lived near where it was located, which was Memphis, Tennessee. Oh, nice. This is the Mario Galaxy level. This one used to frustrate me a lot when I first played it. I also know they're making a Metal Slug Tactics game. There's also a Battle Tower Defense Metal Slug type game. Those are coming out on Steam. Oop. You have to be careful not to be too tricky on this part of the stage, because if you fuck it up, then you have to start over. a lot of shady shit in the Neo collecting scene. Scammers, dudes harassing people with terminal illnesses, and scamming counterfeits for like 20,000. Oh, I believe it. Especially when the games go for that much. If I were a scammer, that would be like the first market I try to tap into when it comes to gaming.
Barely made it.
Yeah, I knew that was going to be an E rank.
Yeah, because you're an E rank type of guy.
E for excellent, am I right?
Yes. At least you didn't get an F.
I don't even think this game gives you an F. If it does, then
It doesn't.
It's
No one gives Jimmy Neutron an F.
It's like you just die on one stage in this game like a billion times, and they just give you a complimentary F.
Let's take care of business first.
Go force yourself, am I right?
See, despite being probably the most expensive console to get games for, Neo Geo is the easiest console to make reproduction games.
Oh yes, I've seen that. There's a lot of games. There's a lot of. I think it's like N64 and Neo Geos. They make a lot of reproduction cards for.
Wait, N64? Are you sure about that one? Because the carts and the way you assemble them, I think, are a lot more complicated. If I mean, I could be mistaken. I don't know.
Well, I know it's like Neo Geo stuff, and I'm pretty sure it's like one of the Sega systems, and I'm pretty sure it was and then it might just be Super Nintendo. It's either Super Nintendo or N64 that a lot of people make reproduction cards for.
I know that the Dreamcast got easily modded, and then people just started burning their own Dreamcast games. Let's see, Richard Russell's saying N64 repros are easy to make. Oh, okay, then I'm probably wrong about that.
Yep, I was right, so...
It's because the Neo Geo carts are literally arcade cartridges slightly altered in, like, the same shells.
Probably why they were... probably why they were limited then.
Yeah, that's why I just gave up buying physical. Because back in the 2010s and like the very early 2020s, I was really into like retro gaming and physical media when it came to that shit. But I just kind of looked at all of it and I just sold them all on eBay and built the parts I needed to build my gaming PC, which I'm actually using right now. People say piracy killed the Dreamcast, but playing the games on hardware-wise, it saved you so you don't have to spend hundreds of bucks on the actual discs. Yeah, really, the reason why the Dreamcast failed had more to do with Sega and people losing faith in the company. Also, from what I remembered, it was really expensive, too, to get a Dreamcast. It was like 700 bucks. It had a good library, though. You have to give it that. Dreamcasts were 200 bucks. It was cheap compared to the other stuff. Okay, well then I was probably wrong about that then.
Get a load of this.
$700 was the price for the Neo Geo and 3DO. Better value than the PS5 Pro, that's for sure. Oh yeah, aren't you totally excited to get a PS5 Pro, Ryoko?
Yeah, that's why I'm selling my computer right now. So I can get a PS5 Pro, homie. And then I'm also selling some of my other games and stuff so I can get that $30 fucking kickstand and that $50.
That should have came with the system when it launched.
Are you telling me that they're that broke that they can't make a kickstand that probably cost them pennies on the dollar to make?
Just bundle it with it. You know, Sony is not Apple, okay?
Oh, and then also all PS5 Pros are discless. They're just digital only.
Oh, I figured that was gonna happen.
Yeah, and if you want a physical, if you want a disk drive, it's going to cost like an extra 50 to 80 bucks depending on where you live.
Yeah, the only reason why I would ever get a PS5, I was going to say for the disk drive because I needed a good Blu-ray 4K Blu-ray player.
Yeah, well, fuck you. You're not getting one now.
Yep. So literally now, the only reason why I would ever get a PS5 Pro is to just play Rondo of Blood and Symphony of the Night more comfortably. And the Uncharted games, since those games are actually good, but restarting that level. But barring that, I don't see any reason why I would just go ahead and get a PS5.
Well, let me tell you why you should get a PS5, bro.
Oh yeah, give me all the bullet points.
One, because it's so powerful. Two, The Last of Us. You can literally play The Last of Us, bro.
This is the magic punch. It's really powerful.
Let me think of what else.
What the fuck was I doing? Sorry.
You're
Keep
not
going.
you're not supporting Microshaft. You're supporting the gaming industry and keeping it healthy.
I also was gonna say that the Switch was the only console worth getting nowadays, and it's kind of the truth. But it doesn't really have that many good third-party exclusives now, because
I mean,
a lot of
what's
their
it called?
third-party exclusives got ported to PC and other platforms
Yeah.
now.
Shin Megami Tensei 5 is now on Steam.
Yep, I bought that sucker day one.
Trying to think what else. Well, I mean, if you're really into the Mario Rabbids, I guess you can.
I fucking hated the Rabbids. They were trying to be like the Minions. It's
Yeah.
not Rayman. Just play Rayman instead.
Honestly, I think Nintendo should buy Rayman just so they can make another Rayman and have it with the Rabbids, just so that, because like every time I think of Rayman and I see those fucking Rabbids, I'm like, damn it, I don't care anymore.
Last of Us ruined games. Yep, I think it ruined gaming in the same way that Star Wars Episode 7 ruined the movies.
Okay, actually, no. Question. No. This is just your opinion. I'm not gonna clown you if you say otherwise.
Okay.
Is the I like that you can grab ledges in old Sonic games like this. It's kind of weird that they don't have it anymore. If you hit a wall, you're dead.
Yeah, I think a lot of it just has to do with like the boost formula.
Yeah. But anyway, is Last of Us Remake a remake?
It is, if you're talking about the fact that they probably just needed some like fresh source code for the PC port. Because that's probably what happened, is that someone over at Sony just ditched the source code.
I think that is probably that. I think it is on the grounds that it seems like they remade it from the ground up, but it's like it's still the same game.
Yeah, and it looks visually not that much different. I actually heard that they butchered some of the characters' looks.
Yes, as a matter of fact, because keep in mind, like the remake on PS4 technically wasn't even, or sorry, it had a remaster, and then that remaster had like a PS5 upgrade, so they didn't have to do this shitty remake. It was like literally a waste.
Yeah, it was a waste of money, I think.
So basically, we had PS3, we had the PS4 version. The PS4 got that remaster, and then the PS5 got an upgrade. So technically, it's like what the 4th or 5th version of this game.
Yep. Switch 2 could potentially be the next GameCube, aka an actually great Nintendo console. I don't know, dude. I have my doubts of like the alleged Nintendo Switch 2.
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real. Like, I don't really care about this. I mean, I do care about the specs. Like, it should be a more powerful console. But I'm gonna be straight up with you. If that thing is not backwards compatible, I don't care.
Yeah, like in my opinion, there needs to be two things with the Nintendo Switch in order for it to be a success with the sequel. You know, the Nintendo Switch 2, I should say. One, it needs to be backwards compatible with every single Switch game that you bought. That's the first thing. And the number two thing is that it needs to be like $250 to $300 max.
If they pull a Sony, like, bro, no.
Yeah, it's doomed because the Steam Deck is literally a better console than anything Nintendo has made in the last 5 years.
The GameCube was actually the most powerful console of its generation. The problem is that...
I thought that was the Xbox.
Oh, wait. Actually, no. I'm sorry. The GameCube was more powerful than the PS2, so the PS2 was the weakest console of that generation. I'm sorry. You're correct. I keep forgetting about the original Xbox. Like, the OG Xbox, I believe, is actually the most powerful. You're right.
Mm-hmm. But
GameCube was more powerful than than a PS2.
Yep.
But because of the fact they used those mini compact discs, they fucked them over.
Yeah, it turned away a lot of third-party support. I have no idea why I keep dying on this stage.
Because if I remember, like there's a lot of PS2 multi-platform games that ran worse. I think the Xbox and the GameCube versions ran better, or at least more stably. At least more stable than the PS2, but because the PS2 also had this thing that the GameCube and the Xbox didn't, was that it was basically a DVD player and they were easy to acquire.
Yeah, also one other thing too that a lot of people seem to forget is that, like, yes, even though the GameCube ports and the Xbox ports of some of those multiplats were objectively better, most people didn't really care back then. So, like, from a consumer standpoint, it was like, wow, I could play all of these games that everybody's talking about. So
But also, Sony also had their exclusives too, so...
yeah. Some games like Def Jam 2 had 2 discs on the GameCube? Really?
What? Def Jam did not have 2 discs. I had the PlayStation versions. Def Jam did not have 2 discs.
I think he was
Neither of
talking
them.
about the GameCube, that's why.
Oh, wow.
Or no, actually, I think he was talking about the Dreamcast.
I don't think Def Jam was on Dreamcast, was it?
It might have been. At least according to what Richard is saying, unless I'm getting his words mixed up. Oh, the
Yeah,
GameCube version?
Oh, thank God. I was about to say, because Def just like the Dreamcast was dead by the time Def Jam came out.
Fight for New York was 2004. Shit.
I played both of them. I played Vendetta and Fight for New York. I love Fight for New York.
I haven't played any of the Def Jam games.
They're fun. There's not a lot of white guys in that game, though. Sorry, bro. There's not enough representation.
Eh, it's fine. As long as the characters are fun. They're literally me.
They basically made Snoop Dogg in that game. They called him Crow, though.
I should probably not look at chat for a minute until I beat the stage. Let's see, which is funny
wow.
since the GameCube... Oh, well, see, there
I'll
I
read
go.
it. I got you. Pay attention to the game.
Okay.
Which is funny since the GameCube version is the... I didn't know the GameCube version was that expensive. The last time I saw that game, I mean, I knew it costed some money, but not that much. Yeah, so I can have 2 discs instead of 1.
Or, and hear me out on this, you could just pirate it and get it for
I
free.
mean...
Unless they come out with the Def Jam collection, which...
Well, here's the thing. They tried to reboot Def Jam, but it sucked.
Well, what happened?
First off, it was called Def Jam Icon. I think it was on the PS3. So instead of just fighting, what you did was you beat up your opponents, and then I guess you could, like, so it's like, depending on the character you picked, there was a song, and it would literally change the song based on, like, who did, like, the remix attack or whatever. It was really stupid. They tried to put, like, monetization, like, because the game was very bare bones, so I guess, EA was like, don't worry, we'll put more content in the game, and people was like, this game's shit. No one stuck around. And then I think it got delisted because of all the licensed music, so, yeah.
Yeah, gotta love EA. Multiple Worst Company of the Year award winner from the Better Business Bureau. I think they got, like, one of the lowest scores you could get.
So, there's more to you than just looking like me. What are you, anyway?
What you see is what you get. Just a guy that loves adventure. I'm Sonic the Hedgehog.
I see. But you know, I can't let you live. Your adventuring days are coming to an end.
This is one of my favorite tracks in the whole game, by the way.
Baker, I think you're the fake hedgehog around here.
I actually like the remix stage of this in Sonic Generations. NCAA Football 14 was like $150 for a long time because EA lost the college football licenses and rights. Then once the new
I
one came
remember
out, it
that.
dropped like a mofo for 4 months. Yeah, I heard that that was actually one of the better football games. But because EA now has a monopoly on football games.
Bro, that fucking sucks. And it's like every time a competitor comes, they fail because no one buys them, so we're stuck with EA for longer. It fucking blows.
Mm-hmm.
Hey bro, can I tell you a really hot take?
Sure.
John Madden football is the true RPGs of our generation.
Oh yeah, because you can manage the team
Yes.
and, you know, do strategies. I remember
I'm sorry.
I remember when you said that your dad said that, and
Yes, he did say that.
that was great.
Although, I did tell you why he hates Final Fantasy, right?
Why?
He saw the Final Fantasy movie, and he assumes that that's what Final Fantasy is.
Oh yeah, Spirits Within.
Yes. That does not look like a Final Fantasy game.
I think you and I need to see that one, because I actually haven't seen it myself, but I have seen enough clips of it to where I can just tell it would just be a shitty movie to
My
laugh at.
dad had the movie on the shelf. I just couldn't bring myself to watch it. Like, I was tempted. Like, bro, I shit you not. I was literally like, oh, hey, my dad watched his movie and he hates Final Fantasy. But then I'm like, nah.
Spirits Within, starring Alec Baldwin, known for SpongeBob movie, Boss Baby, and a root tootin' murdering cowboy. Nice fall, you stupid bitch. Thought I was gonna fall off the bridge there.
So did I.
Make your dad watch Minecraft. No, you know what you should do? You should make your dad watch those shitty Minecraft content farm parodies.
I did it.
Wait, is he talking to me?
Oh, yeah, I think he heard what I said when I said that your dad thought that Madden was a RPG.
My dad hates Minecraft. He doesn't like that stuff.
Yeah,
He hates video games in general.
except for Madden.
No, there are 3 exceptions. Madden is one of them. Major League Baseball was the other one, but it was like one of the old ones from like 2005. And Tekken.
I like the gameplay of Tekken, I just don't really like the characters.
Racist.
I mean, they just kind of come off like generic Asian people. Like, there's really no style or personality to them.
You're a liar.
Hang on,
Take that back. No, I'm kidding. But you don't think Kazuya has personality?
Maybe Kazuya would be an exception, but I don't know. Like
What about Jin?
I prefer Street Fighter and BlazBlue when it comes to that.
Who's your favorite Street Fighter again?
Vega, I think, and
The
Cody.
claw guy, right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, he's cool.
Hang on, I'll be
You
right
said
back.
Cody?
I need to go get some water.
Okay.
Actually,
Take your time.
I forgot to refill my water bottle this whole time.
I still have half of mine left, so... Or, sorry, a third of it left.
Alright, I'm back.
That was fast.
Yep. Hey, what's up, Void Oracle? How you doing? Hope you're having a good night or a good morning. I think you said you were from like Eastern Europe, so it's probably morning for you. Let's see, the comments for the Spirits Within trailer are just filled with people asking for a Marvel Slop trailer. Yeah, that movie was, I've heard a lot of bad things about it. Oh, you're on work? Gotcha. Yeah, also, didn't Spirits Within also star, at the very least, it co-starred, Steve Buscemi, which, you know, it's so weird hearing that voice coming out of an anime character. I am gonna blast through, the, Evil story, by the way. The, Team Dark. Or whatever it's called in this game, I forget. Excuse me.
Eggman steals the research from a military base located on an island to the south.
Actually, you know what?
Top secret weapon, Shadow.
I think I might cut it for tonight, just because it's already almost like 1:30. And I don't want to be streaming this game till 3 a.m.
Conquest will be ahead. Sonic Adventure 2, The Dark Side Story. Long live the Eggman.
I think that'll be the smart idea, and I'll just beat Shadow's story for another time. Steve Buscemi is in the new Transformers movie? Really? It's crazy. No balls. Stay up till 6 a.m., pussy. Yeah, try playing those Rouge stages where you jump around planetoids at like 6 a.m. I dare ya.
Oh no, please don't.
Yeah, like, I like the treasure hunting stages, but that is the one stage where I will say that that was actually garbage.
Are you looking forward to the Minecraft movie?
Oh yeah, the one where the pink sheep has like humanoid teeth.
That was fucking weird, bro.
Yeah.
I watched it and I thought I was tripping. I'm like, ain't no way that's real. But then I like rewound it. I'm like, oh fuck, that was real. I like your response to that. You said that sheep needs Jesus.
For some reason, it's not bringing up the OBS window. Trying to figure out what happened. Give me a second. Okay, well, I'm just going to end the stream here. Hopefully my recording doesn't end up corrupting. And before I go, I just want to give a shout out to Teddy Belcher, 4K Ultra Wide 21:9, Thai Pre-Gaming TPG, Carl Piccolo, your host 97, Richard Russell, as well as Void Oracle for joining the stream. It's always appreciated, and I shall talk to y'all later. Peace out. I think tomorrow I'm going to be streaming some more Final Fantasy IX, and then sometime next week I'll just finish off Sonic Adventure 2.
Oh, sounds like a plan actually. How close are you to finishing 9?
I'm near the end of not chapter 3, disc 3, so it's literally just like 5 or 6 more events and then I'm done.
Oh, that's good. How do you feel about Kuja now as you're still not feeling him?
Yeah, no, to me he's just like a wussier Sephiroth.